Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Farmskiville. Well, we had a freeze. Actually, we had two of them in a row. So I'm going to go around here and show you kind of what this looks like. For those of you that live in the north, this should look pretty familiar, but you won't see this here very often. Here's our septic mound. This freezes first, and this is north on the property, so it's definitely to be expected. It's about 33 out here now. I think it went down to 29 last night. Now I want to show you something that you may have noticed, but this is an important part of permaculture, and that is underneath the trees, it's not as frosty, or there's no frost at all. And so trees offer a great amount of thermal protection. I had to bring Bucky the goat over here the other day so he could have some fresh grass, because this really fried our grass. But look at this. Look at that compared to this. So if it went down to 29, right under this tree, it was a few degrees warmer. That's amazing, a few degrees. There's our nice frosted garden. Still haven't done anything with it, by the way. Let's just go out to the pasture quick. So you can see up here on these the mounds that it's frosty. But we come in behind the buffer here. No frost. No frost here. Let's go down here a little bit. In here, no frost. Go over here quick. It doesn't look like we had any frost on the southern edge. Very nice. So I'm going back inside to go to sleep for a little bit. One of the things that I have to do when we have nights like this is I have to basically manage anything that has water in it that's in pipes. So our plumbing is not insulated, and I think it was freezing by about 1:30 a.m. So we had several hours of freezing conditions, and those are the ones you really got to be careful with. So I came out, and like we have two spigots outside that I had to run the water, and you could tell the water in those pipes were cold, and I ran them until they felt room temperature, because that's what's coming out of the well. And then I also ran a lot of water inside to exercise our pump so that we don't have water freezing in the pump. Now the good thing about our pump house is it's underneath a nice sized oak tree, which gives it, again, a thermal layer of protection. And it's also, the pump's obviously in the little pump house, which also provides some level of protection, especially when there isn't much wind. So there's the pump house. You can see there's really no frost underneath here. Now there is one pipe I was concerned about that's exposed, usually right here, but I have this this tarp on top to give it a little bit more of a thermal protection. And if you look along the back of our house, it's not all that frosty. So here there was less chance of things freezing. I ran some water through our filtration system right here. It did fine. No issues. What a beautiful morning, except it's cold. You know, the interesting thing is that today our high is going to be almost 70, so we're going to rebound pretty drastically. And the low tonight is 44, so I'll probably still, I'll make another fire in the fireplace. We've had a fire in our fireplace 2 nights in a row. But by the end of the week, because we're kind of at the beginning of the week, by the end of the week, the high is supposed to be right around 85 and a low of 62. So we're going to go from actually feeling like winter in southern Florida to feeling like summer. Yeah, it's much later in the day now. Definitely warmed up. I think it got close to 70 for a high. And let's take a look at our grass. Frost definitely fried it a little bit. As I pan around here, this is the oak tree that we saw this morning, where I was kind of pointing out that the grass stayed green. And you can see when you get closer, it's distinctly greener here than it is surrounding. So this area over here, this got hit by frost, and this area here didn't. So remember our last update video, I said I wanted to make sure I moved Bucky's shanty more frequently? Well, let's take a look over here. Hey look, it's in like the same place it's been for the last month and a half. I'll get to it this weekend or something or other. I know y'all probably noticed I'm sporting this nice looking beard, but don't get too used to it, it's going to be coming off. Probably forgot to mention, we've been back from our Pennsylvania vacation now for about a month. So we got a couple things done here besides, you know, the work in the pasture. This is one of them here. So this spot, I don't remember if I recall talking about it on other videos, but we used to have a pool here, and this was just weedy and covered with different stuff from where we took the pool down. Well, now we cleaned it up. So I got some of the pool sitting over there. I still gotta kind of cut up and dispose of or use, but this is nice having this area open again and available. Well, we'll take a walk back here. And ooh, well, I'm not feeling so great. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. Something I don't want to talk about too much, since I'll be doing a specific video on it, is the root raking that our silvopasture got. This area here has been raked pretty thoroughly. There's not too many palmettos that are sitting loose on the soil. And I worked on this lane, so it's pretty well cleaned up. But if we come over here, this lane I cleaned up to about this pine tree, and I got a lot more palmettos to pick up. So I want to give you a taste of this, not too much. There'll be another video on this whole project coming up soon. And I'll say it again, because I'm sure I said it before, it looks really ugly now, but wait till it's done. It's gonna look real good. I remember when we did the the forestry mulching, I thought that looked really ugly too, but it turned out real nice afterwards, and this should be even better. You know, as far as the freezing temperatures got, at same areas east and west of here along the coast, they didn't get freezing temperatures. Now they may have gotten close, but they didn't get them. And so with our here in South Central Florida, you know, we got to look at our permaculture design a little bit to try to compensate for that. So for instance, here on lane 1, which is our southernmost lane, we have a bunch of trees here that can create a thermal barrier, much like you saw demonstrated this morning with the frost. Also, our buffers are higher here, creating a thermal barrier as well, or a windbreak from the winds that are coming out of the more northerly direction this way. Also, if we did want to plant something that was more cold hardy, we would do it like out there on the other side of the pasture, or we could do it within, say, the first lane or something like that. Now, realizing as I look around here that these are not the only trees that'll be here. If we plant some of the various larger bushes, banana plants, fruit trees, and the like, we'll have more of a canopy here. And if we come over here, you know, you can imagine trees clustered throughout this lane where the animals will go, you know, underneath, and the trees will be, you know, kind of dotting the pasture. You'll create a thermal barrier that way. I'm going to call it quits for now. I got some daylight left here. I got to still feed the chickens and move their shelters and all that normal stuff, and I got plenty of palmetto roots to pick up. Hours and hours of fun, and hopefully I'll be getting back to you real soon with the actual root raking video, otherwise known as phase 2 of the silvopasture. And I'd like to try to get an update on Uncle Paul's garden and tell you all about what's been going on for basically the last 2 months. So thank you for watching, and I'll update you again soon. It's cold.
Cold.